right, what is up, what is up, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Phil Nagy, it is Kit Nagy, it is Nagy on Sports. It is week 10 of our 2023 sim season. We have made it halfway through here, and we have our AFC game of the week as voted on by you, Nagy Nation here. So we have the 5-3 Buffalo Bills down in South Beach to play the 6-3 Miami Dolphins, so it should be a good one. At least we hope it's going to be a good one. We've had a couple of rough sims in a row here, but excited to get back at it. Again, thanks for voting on this one on our Discord channel. You guys are the best. Sunday night primetime game here of week number 10. Kit, how we doing today?
Doing great, and yeah, Sunday night primetime, always fun, and certainly two good teams here going toe-to-toe as we expect both of these teams to be contenders in the AFC, as there are many of those right now in the AFC. Very stacked rosters across the board on the AFC, and these certainly two of them that think that they can compete for a Super Bowl and have built their rosters accordingly. So a lot of fireworks potential from both sides of the ball. Or both teams, really, both sidelines, and a lot of interesting storylines for players and for units coming off of last season.
Yep, and of course we just saw the other of the three-headed AFC East monster when the Jets took the Browns to the woodshed, courtesy of some quality maddening.
Ugh.
So we already know that they have gotten the win here in Week 10. I think they're 6-4 now. So. Either way, we could have a three-way tie at 6-4, depending on how this thing goes. Tua and the boys out onto the field first here. For our AFC game of the week, he's going to start in a shotgun. Connor Williams is center, Texas Longhorn. Long snap count. Here comes some motion from Robbie Chosen. They'll do a little jet sweep, a little pop pass. Again, he's no longer Chosen Anderson. He's Robbie Chosen, and he wears number 3, and he's going to lose 3 yards on the first play.
That was interesting. The defender was actually too deep, but Robbie Chosen, as he wants to be called, didn't elect to cut up field when he probably should have. He was tackled as a result.
High formation here with two stacked receivers to the right side. That's Hill and Waddle. They can both fly, of course. Nice play on defense. Tre'Davious White comes flying in there to swat it out of Waddle's hands. Sets up a 3rd and 13 here for Tua and company. Such a good roster, man. If Tua can be pretty good, they're going to be dangerous. And I think even in Madden we've seen as he dumps it off to the rookie A-Chain, but he's going to be short of the line. I think he's only like an 81 rating in Madden. Like he's still holding them back in terms of all of their firepower.
Right. Well, I'm still not. I mean, I think their firepower makes up a lot for Tua. Honestly, he's got good accuracy so long as he's not asked to throw a long ball. I still don't think he has the arm strength and the deep ball presence that you'd like with those receivers, and those guys make up for the fact that he doesn't have it. The other big storyline, where I kind of half mentioned this in the intro, big storyline for him is concussions, and how does that affect his career going forward, and especially after that really grisly one we witnessed, where he kind of, that was some scary stuff. Going on. So
and when it takes you months and months to recover from a concussion,
that says something.
They're getting worse.
Yeah, they're definitely getting worse. So you certainly wonder, if you're a Dolphins fan, how much longer of Tua do you really have, or is sensible really for him especially.
Absolutely, it was a nice punt by Jake Bailey, the former Patriot, now in Miami. Put it down at the 1, and now a little bit of breathing room on the swing pass to the also former Patriot Damian Harris, now the new running back number 1 for Buffalo. They'll do a little RPO action, and he'll go over the middle to the second-year receiver Khalil Shakir out of Boise State, and he'll pick up the first down in front of Nick Needham.
Hey, that RPO looked nice. Why can't the Browns
I know.
do that? That was good. That was well read too. I mean, he just saw that the slant was opening up enough, and he's like, nope, gonna pull this, dial it in, and sure enough, nice throw, nice completion.
If we had a nickel for every time we said, why can't the Browns do this on Madden, we'd have many nickels. How about a jump ball throw to Gabe Davis, and he uses all 6'4" of his frame to go up high at the 50-yard line. Nice catch for 34, Allen to Davis.
Well, that was an balanced throw off his back foot. It was on the wrong side, and I thought for sure that was going to be a pick on the outside, especially going up against this tough This is a very stiff secondary, and they've got some real weapons back there. So going up against those guys, you'd expect the defender to come up with a chance, especially thrown on the wrong side. But somehow Gabe Davis gets it done, and then a nice run to follow.
Yep, that's James Cook now, the second-year receiver from Georgia, brother to Dalvin, of course, and Miami, of course, one of the places that's been highly rumored that Dalvin Cook could end up in. Speaking of adding more weapons for Tua. Allen in the zone, but he'll hand it off again, and Cook, sort of the third down back, will pick it up. So you'll see Damian Harris sort of in the traditional running sets, and then James Cook here out of the shotgun for the most part. Fired across the middle, wide open in space. There's Khalil Shakir again, knifing the middle of that defense down to the 16-yard line and a first down Bills.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. Look at that break, just creating that beautiful separation, and then just a really nice rhythm throw there from Allen to hit him. Just absolutely beautiful execution all around.
Hi, Karen. Welcome in. Go Browns, Cavs, and Guardians. Right side end zone, but this one's going to be picked. Gabe Davis had turned around to try to go to the corner of the end zone right when the ball was let go, and Xavier Howard ain't going to let two go on him on the same drive. He picks it in the end zone.
And I don't know what it is about Josh Allen, but we've had this gripe with him, kind of like now with Watson, but for some reason, Madden does not give him a lot of credit in the backfield. I guess they could consider him a little bit more of the mobile quarterback also.
He's
with
in the mobile mold
predilection,
for sure.
Predilection to run. But you notice on that, he didn't spin, but notice how he just did that. And I mentioned it on the earlier one I thought should have been picked, but Gabe Davis made a better play. But notice how he stepped backwards, was completely off balance, terrible off-platform throw, out of rhythm, and then throws underneath where he needed to be because he didn't get enough power on it and ends up in a pick.
Absolutely here. Now play action. Watch out. Pressure from the backside. Von Miller got past the new right tackle, Isaiah Wynn, and I don't know if Tua ever felt him. That blind side for the lefty quarterback, and Von Miller hits him hard.
Yeah, he sure did. That was definitely a big lick there, and, fortunately, it doesn't look like the head was involved there, but that's certainly what you're looking for and you're worried about when it comes to Tua, for sure.
That was the first thing I looked at, was did he hit his head. I'm not sure if the game is aware of that factor. Not up the middle, Matt Milano, untouched, and they go back-to-back sacks, and he hits him with a little Undertaker.
Yeah, that was
at the end of it.
That was beautiful. That was just so really what should have happened there. The running back was releasing out of the backfield. Yep. When you see a free blitzer as the running back, regardless if you're supposed to get into the pattern, he was too anxious to get into his pattern. That's what the problem was. You need to chip that. At a minimum, you need to get something on that guy, slow him down enough that your quarterback has time. That's a missed responsibility there, and an absolute mistake. They'll need to clean that up in the film work this coming week.
All right, so punts both ways now in the 0-0 tie. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Go Browns and go Penn State. I don't understand your Penn State call out. I'm trying to think of all the players here. Are there prominent Penn Staters on either of these rosters that I'm forgetting about? Stretch it to the left side. No play action out of it. Now Allen, he'll roll back to the right, and he'll roll right into the pressure of Bradley Chubb. Again, came over in that trade for Denver last year, and they gave him a boatload of cash. And another sort of running right into the sack from Madden.
Yep.
Oh, you're a Penn State fan. Oh, Matt Milano, you're right. That's been like a decade, but yeah, you're right, Matt Milano. Good call, Sean. Not that I doubted you, I was just curious. 3rd and 10 now after the sack. Both teams looking for points here. Firing left side, almost picked. Jalen Ramsey
should have been
in front of Stephon Diggs. I think he was thinking about which touchdown dance he wanted.
Yeah, I saw a lot of green grass, that's for sure. There's all kinds of room for him to score that one.
Sure was. Dropped by Jalen Ramsey, but the effect is the same. They'll punt it back. Tyreek Hill makes a fair catch at the 22-yard line.
Yeah,
Sean, I may have.
Yeah, I knew you were a Penn State fan, Sean. I just didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know Milano was Penn State.
I'm sure I did at one point, and I may have forgotten.
Yeah, he's mentioned it a few times.
Jeff Wilson, his first carry of the game, he'll pick up 5 over left guard. Sets up a 2nd and 5 now for Tua out of the shotgun. Delayed handoff again. This time it's Mostert, and he's going to get stuck right at the line. Excuse me, A-Chain on this one. He'll lose 2 yards. The speedy rookie out of Texas A&M. Back to pass. Tua firing over the middle. One blow dropped. That was A-Chain again, the rookie out of the backfield. I thought it was going to be one of the 2 slanters from the left side, but it was the angle route from the right side.
Yep.
And A-Chain can't bring it in.
Yeah, Tua's going to be a little frustrated with the rookie there because he had threaded such a beautiful needle there. That was just a gorgeous ball through a lot of traffic to get it to him, right into Sam's, and he dropped it.
Yep. All right, Jake Bailey, the battle of the punters continues here. And it'll be taken right there by Deontay Hardy, coming over from the New Orleans Saints, the little 5'6" jitterbug of a slot receiver / kick returner, Deontay Hardy, adding another weapon for Josh Allen. 6 minutes on the clock. He'll pump fake left side, then go back to the right, almost picked again. Howard tried to jump it. Gabe Davis gets lucky standing still. And he'll make the catch for about 12 and a first down.
Yeah, Josh Allen certainly flirting with fire in this game. This one, at least, from a good platform and good rhythm, but dangerous there. Xavier Howard in a good spot, almost able to jump it.
Mm-hmm. First down up to the 46-yard line. I don't think either team has been, actually maybe they had a snap at midfield before having to punt. I was say I don't think either team's been across midfield and dropped again. Stephon Diggs this time over the middle, in the middle of those baby blue jerseys. Drops one. Out of the pistol now, Damian Harris. Ball comes out, it's picked up by the D-line. Can he get around the corner with some speed? Josh Allen saves a touchdown. Emmanuel Ogbah, the former Brown, scoops up that one that popped out of the hands of Damian Harris. And now great field position for the Dolphins.
Yeah, turnovers killing the Bills here, as that one certainly, it looked like it came out. He was still up, and the ball was jarred loose. Just a nice effort from the defense, able to jar the ball loose on the way to the ground, and popping it out, and then in the spot to take it away. Nicely done by the Miami defense.
Back to pass now on a 1st and 10. He'll throw it to a wide open receiver over the middle. That's Tyreek Hill. And he'll turn around and run for, I think, a first down. Spread him out, gave a lot of space there for Tyreek to get the 20 and the first down. A little heavy pistol look here, and they'll run it on the right side. It's Mostert, and he'll get about 3 that time. 2nd and 7 now inside the red zone officially. Give it again. Running back to the right side. Juking his way. That's the rookie A-Chain. And A-Chain will pick up another 3 or 4 yards to set up a 3rd and 1. Little pistol look here again. And they'll run it a 3rd time in a row with Mostert. He's got the first down. Penetrating now inside the defensive line. Up to the 6-yard line, and it's a 1st and goal, Miami.
Yeah, good effort right up there. Well blocked up the middle. You can see it. Just getting enough movement in the O-line to create that space and pick up that first down. Now set up well on the 6, 1st and goal from there.
Somehow Tre'Davious White goes into the zone for that. I don't know what his...
that's odd.
I don't know what his X factor is. To the right side again. Mostert trying to probe his way through Jeff Wilson that time. Came over with Mike McDaniel from the 49ers a couple years ago. Now 2nd and goal. They'll give it up the middle again. Now inside zone. A-Chain down at the 1. 3rd and goal now from the 1. It was very close. They are inside the 1. It's about a half-yard line. They'll throw for it. Right side. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from Tua. And Miami strikes first, courtesy of the Damian Harris fumble.
Yeah, the Waddle does the Waddle, but you gotta appreciate the weapons here from Miami, as they've got a lot of folks that can hurt you, and just to give them a little bit of space. That's all they need, and they score that touchdown easily. A nice complimentary football, taking advantage of the fumble by Damian Harris, and now here we are with that complimentary football and the first lead of the ball game.
Yeah, 5 runs in a row to get him down to the 1 and then throw it. The genius of Mike McDaniel.
We'll see how he does in another season. I'm interested to see how it turns out.
Yep. Harris being highlighted. 1 run, 1 yard, 1 fumble today.
I'm not sure that's a highlight he's going to be thrilled about, but...
No, I'm not. All right, 1st and 10. We got 2:03 to go. You're listening to Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports here. It is week 10 of our sim. All the updated rosters, all the new rookies, all the right numbers, unless they're trying to wear 0. Somebody in this game is wearing 0, and Naheem Hines, I think, is wearing 0 now, but I couldn't make him 0. Josh Allen will step up in the pocket now, and he'll slide down at the 30. They'll call it the 31. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Appreciate everybody being on. Thank you so much, especially to our subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to sub the channel, we'd very much appreciate that. It's picked! Howard falls down. Can he get back up and run in? He can! 10-5! Touchdown, and Josh Allen gifting this first quarter to the Dolphins.
Yeah, he'd been flirting with fire all day. That one his second pick, and this one in that same kind of spot. But Xavier Howard was not going to miss out twice. And it just great effort on the back end of this to get back up and into the end zone. He kind of dove, committing to the ball to make sure he secured the pick, but then still able to get up and score the touchdown.
3 first-quarter turnovers for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's
here on the road is not the recipe for success.
Exactly, exactly what I was going to say. That's a rough way to start, and putting yourself in a 14-point hole right out the gate is pretty difficult.
There's Hines. He's wearing 1 instead of 0 right now. Hey, Mason, welcome in. And yes, you're right. Howard did get the first pick in the end zone on the other side. So he's been in both end zones for his picks. 1 for the touchback, 1 for the touchdown. A short throw over the middle to Gabe Davis nets 2. Allen 6 for 11, 88 yards and 2 picks here. Still in the first quarter, so obviously plenty of time. But the struggle bus as Ramsey drops his second interception. What is happening? I actually turned interceptions down a couple ticks because I felt like we were still seeing a few too many.
Are we sure it's not like the fumble?
No, I've checked several times. I've checked several times. Across the middle, firing for a first down. That's the tight end, Dawson Knox. And Knox gets the first down to the 38-yard line in front of the rookie, Cam Smith. That's their first-round pick out of South Carolina.
I mean, realistically, it's the broken quarterback play that's the problem. It's not as much the.
I'd turn their quarterback accuracy up too. Like it should be much more efficient than it is for the throwing game.
Well, broken Madden. What can you say? It's broken.
I'd trade him. I'd trade him to the Browns, Mason. You can have Josh Dobbs, and we'll take Allen. We'll just alternate series. All right, 2nd and 11 as we flip the field here into the second quarter. Miami with a 14-0 lead. Bills have secured 1 first down here since the turnover. Now he's rolling. Now he'll try to take off, and he'll end up getting sacked. Ogba gets half. I think maybe Chubb was the other one back there as well. At least he looked like he was trying to run. We still can't get Deshaun to do that part. Or at least he attempts to run away from the pressure. 3rd and 24 now.
Deshaun just runs into rush lanes, directly into the rush lane.
Yep. Short throw over the middle to James Cook, and that ain't going to get it done. 4th and 20. So credit this Miami Dolphin defense backing up the performance. And their offense has done a nice job to help capitalize again on the 1 touchdown as well. But right now, the defense winning 7-0.
I was going to say the Miami defense is really the difference in this game right now. They are absolutely dominating the Bills so far. Now, that is vastly aided by turnovers, especially some ugly throws and decisions, because Mason's right. He should have 4 right now for Josh Allen interceptions, that is. Only has 2 and a fumble recovery, but... for this defense, but they still have been playing lights out, and that's the difference right now.
Devin A-Chain again there on the outside zone, picks up a yard. And they'll run it again. A-Chain up the middle past the 20, and that's where he'll be hit by Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, both safeties meeting at the running back. Hey, Wendell, welcome in.
So I guess I would say the only team that we have seen enough to know they look a lot like the Browns and are just as frustrating has got to be the Bills. Because,
I don't disagree with that.
We've complained about Josh Allen and his mechanics and his play on this channel for a long time because he's just way better than this, and he always seems It always seems to go that way. Now, I mean, there are some other teams that we complain about, like the Eagles. They just don't know how to play the playbook. You know, Madden hadn't got that figured out to how to take advantage of the weapon and skill sets that they've got there.
I've buffed Josh Allen for the last 3 versions of the game just to try to make it semi-realistic.
Yep, but no, they're probably the most Brownsian of all the teams that we've got out here for. Like, we see them enough to know that, like, man, they're just like, there's something very broken in Josh Allen's coding, and always has been.
Yep. Little boot action here now. Firing over the middle on the play action, rather. Gabe Davis has got the first down, give him 14. And he's been an effective target here today, has Gabe Davis. Haven't heard anything from Stephon Diggs except for his one drop.
No, he hasn't signed anywhere yet, Wendell. He's still out there, which speaks to the running back market. It's absolutely dead right now. I mean, unless he's going to sign for a song with the Browns aren't going to be bringing him back. He's not coming back to the Browns.
Yeah, unless he takes like the vet minimum or something, which again, I don't foresee that happening.
No.
Spinning again, watching out, firing over the middle. 3rd and 15 again, another sack for Emmanuel Ogbah on the previous play. Brings up a 3rd and 15. The Bills really need some points. Firing it left side, caught, and that's Dawson Knox. He'll be short of the line to gain, but at least a makeable field goal attempt for Tyler Bass. Pressure surrounding, just a lot of pressure again as they've invested on that D-line. You got Jalen Phillips, you got Ogbah, you got Bradley Chubb, you got Christian Wilkins in the middle. They just signed Poona Ford. They're very deep at getting after the quarterback. And this one's low and driven. I think he pushed it right. He did. Tough kick there. Had plenty of leg on it, but Tyler Bass kind of just a straight push on this one, and that one's going to be way wide to the right. Didn't even hit the net.
Yep.
And a quick turnover on downs.
And the Bills' woes continue.
Yeah, Wendell, that was a real thing that happened in one of our games.
That's right. It sure did. It was
lives in Nagy on Sports lore.
Yeah, that's right. It's
that was the live game call. We didn't know what to do. We were freaking out. We were laughing. It was just everything. And then Kit added the music, of course, which made it just so much more perfect. 2nd and 3 for Tua now. They're at midfield, right side, little out route. Got his man. Tomb Raider Tyler Croft, 8 years strong, Rutgers Scarlet Knight for the first down. Hey, Don, welcome in. That's a good question. Is that a John Dorsey question?
That was Dorsey. Dorsey let Ogbah go. No, at the time, the way they were utilizing that D-line.
Second round pick for us?
I think so.
2nd or 3rd?
But
maybe we can have our crack staff look that up.
But the way that D line was being utilized at the time, plus he wasn't one of Dorsey's guys either. And Dorsey was very much about his guys. Right. I mean, he got rid of
pre-Dorsey draft.
Yeah, he cleaned house when it came to. I mean, there was very few dudes who survived Dorsey that were not Dorsey's dudes, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the way he was. He was all about, like, it's got to be my way.
Tua's going to take a big sack from Ed Oliver.
Which, by the way,
the Bills get a nice stop.
Just the difference in that between Dorsey and AB, and how because AB has stuck with dudes that were not theoretically his dudes, right? Now he was here when some of those guys were drafted, so he believes in them because he was part of the team. But at the same time, like, there are so many GMs that I think make the mistake of, I've got to brand this as my team, and I've got to, this guy. And then Dorsey was very much that way, like, this is my guy, this is my guy, this was somebody else's dude. It's got to be mine, or else it's not my, product out there on the field or whatever. I think that's a fallacy a lot of GMs fall into that actually makes teams not as good as they should be. Yeah. So, hold on, I'll look up the Ogbah pick. Second.
Absolutely. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. Wendell says he was the 2nd round pick, but I don't remember who the GM was. That George Kokinis? I don't remember what it was. Was that Mike Holmgren technically? I don't remember what it was pre-Dorsey. My short-term memory of horrible Browns franchises.
NFL Draft 2016, Round 2, pick number 32.
32.
And
wow.
that would have been, wouldn't that have been, wasn't Farmer before Dorsey?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Or no, Sashi Brown. Should have been Sashi Brown was before Dorsey.
Oh, so it was a Sashi pick.
Yeah.
Good call, Mason. That's right. I couldn't remember how Kokinis was like Farmer, with Mangini. That was even further along.
It was Farmer and then Sashi Brown and then
Ray Farmer.
Dorsey,
that's right. Calling dudes from the press box. Mostert now right side. He'll pick up about 5. He's turned into a good player. He got paid in Miami, so.
And that's honestly, I think a lot of it partly was utilization in Cleveland and what the defense was trying to do at the time, which was not really fitting his he didn't fit that role they were asking of him that well. Part of it was development, and probably we weren't giving him the development here that he needed. And then, I think the bigger piece of it, even though obviously the talent was there, was, the fact that he was oh wow, that nearly picked. Yep.
Waddle to the right side with speed, and he'll go out of the 23. Tua dodges a bullet on that one.
I was going to say probably the biggest part of it was he was a Sashi Brown pick ultimately, and I think we kind of know what Dorsey thought of Sashi Brown picks.
Yeah,
he was very invested in getting rid of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Good pursuit there by Micah Hyde. We know Waddle can fly. Had to pick the right angle there to catch up and save the touchdown. Now first down inside the 25. Stretch it again left side with Mostert, and he'll get the 23 from the 23 rather. Trips to the right side. Across the middle. And a short catch for Tyreek Hill. Sets up a 3rd and 5 with 2:40 to go here in the first half. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports, back to pass. Right side. Oh, should have been picked by Tre'Davious White. They needed that one.
Absolutely needed that. And yes, Mason, you're right. They kept Miles, but Miles is a class unto himself. Generational talent. There is no GM in the league that would consider getting rid of Miles Garrett,
especially cutting them.
Yeah, no, but even trading, because Dorsey traded a bunch too, not just cutting players. He traded some dudes as well. But he wouldn't have. He's not trading Myles Garrett. Nobody's trading Myles Garrett. I mean, that's not a thing. That's not something you do. I mean, maybe if he was on the very back end of his production, you're thinking, get some value out of him while he's still. I mean, maybe, but that's like where Aaron Donald is now, not like where Myles Garrett is now. Yeah.
Deep completion to Dawson Knox over the middle, and again, anything that the Bills can get now. So that same draft class, that was the draft class where the Browns took Corey Coleman.
Right. Oh, see how that one turned out in his shoes.
Yeah. And just then, you're right, Emmanuel Ogbah.
That cringe scene where he's in there whining about running with the twos.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
How far we've come. But, speaking of Xavier Howard, he was taking 6 picks after Emmanuel Ogbah in that draft. So, Sterling Shepard, a couple of picks after. Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. That turned into a pretty good player as well. Could have had Chris Jones and Myles Garrett. That would have been pretty wild. 2nd and 20 now for Allen. He'll fire deep left side. Got a man! Got us open! It's caught by Dawson Knox, the tight end. I thought maybe he would throw it out of bounds, but Knox keeps it in. And a big first down of the 22, and they need to score points here.
Yeah, desperately do. That scared me again. That cross body off platform, off his back foot. Terrible mechanics throw. This time works out for him. But scared me again because I thought for a minute we were about to watch another pick, but he is in the zone after that.
He is. It was a dart.
It was.
Off the back foot. Play action again. Fired end zone. Stephon Diggs. His first catch of the game, and it's a big one, and it finally gets the Bills on the scoreboard with $1:30 left in the first half. Stephon Diggs back of the end zone on a dart from Allen.
Yeah, man, did they need that. And speaking of darts, yeah, that was absolutely one. And suddenly in the zone, Josh Allen looking like Josh Allen.
Hey, Nathan, welcome in. Yeah, maybe he's like Nick Chubb, where like he doesn't look real until he goes into the zone.
Right. Perhaps that's what it is. I mean, maybe. There's some of those players, like, yeah, their X factors fit like how they play, but they play that way all the time. Why do they need to be in the zone for them to look like themselves? You know, that's so dumb.
I don't know. I don't have those answers.
It's almost like a nerf somehow. Like, you're going to nerf Nick Chubb in order to make it so that he only looks like himself when he's in the zone. And I was like, what?
Yep.
Doesn't make any sense.
Tua now, short throw right side. Got his man. That's A-Chain again for 5. Under a minute to go. They're hurrying up, but not in that much of a hurry. Still 3 timeouts left. They're at the 30-yard line. Tua. Lots of time. Throws it over the middle. That's Robbie Chosen, and Chosen's got the first down to the 37, and then McDaniel calls their first time out. Hey, Nathan, welcome in. Did I already say that? Gosh, I don't remember if I did. Anyway, welcome in, and if I've already said it, welcome a second time. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. 1 minute to go here. First half of our AFC game of the week. Dolphins driving with a 13-point lead. Throws it right side. Caught in space to the big tight end again. Tucker Kraft. And they call their second timeout here. Sunday night football of this week 10. We'll have our week 10 NFC game of the week likely tomorrow. Stay tuned. That'll be a good one. Carolina Panthers at Jerry World to face the Cowboys, as voted on by you, the fans of the Discord channel. Just past the first down marker, but they gotta go. 4-yard checkdowns aren't going to get it done here.
Nope.
In the 2-minute drill, Tua. In the 2-minute drill. Now he'll roll right, throw short again. They'll actually lose yards, and he'll get tackled in bounds.
Wasted the last time out. Couldn't have it. That was the worst possible outcome. Poor choice. He needed to throw that out of bounds.
Or A-Chain's got to have the sense of mind to just drop it.
Yep.
And they're just going to go ahead and hand this one off and eat it. And Buffalo not interested in calling the timeout either. So we will trickle down to the zeros, and at halftime it's 20-7. Buffalo got a much needed touchdown at the end of the half. We'll see if that sparks them into the second half here at Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody being on, especially our subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to sub the channel, we'd very much appreciate that. Also, make sure that you hit that like button, because that continues to help grow our audience here at Nagy on Sports, which we are grateful for. If you'd like to take your fandom to the next level, you can join us on our Discord channel. It's free and easy to use. Just use the invite link in the description of this or any of our other videos. You can chat with us between sims, watch hilarious replay videos, vote on the games of the week, and find out in advance of when we are going to sim. 2nd and 3 now. 6th catch for Dawson Knox. He's been one of the bright spots here for the Bills offense. Now rolling, now shuffling. Now he's going to turn. 25, he's got the corner. 30, 35, and he slid with no reason to slide and loses his opportunity to get the first down.
Yeah, he absolutely had that. Not sure why he's sliding in that spot. Real Josh Allen sticks his shoulder into that one.
Yep.
Knows where he needs to get for the first down, and is probably either running out of bounds or maybe even fighting for a few extra because he's Josh Allen.
Have an empty set now, Allen. He'll float it deep right side. Got a man with space! Cotto knocked out of the hands! What a play by Xavier Howard to swat it out of Gabe Davis's hands, because he was open.
Yeah, Gabe Davis actually had to slow down slightly, just barely underthrown, and that was enough for Xavier Howard to make the play.
3rd and 5 after the short throw. Need this first down. That's the 3rd catch of the day for Khalil Shakir. Over the middle, caught! I don't even think he saw the cut. Damian Harris Well covered by Jerome Baker. Go Bucks, but he's able to pick up that little out route for the first down.
Yeah, it was nice execution. Just really pretty ball placement here. Actually, I guess he was on the inside. I thought he was on the outside. He was on the inside. So not great ball placement, but great reaction from Damian Harris to be able to turn somehow to catch that.
Motion from Shakir from right to left. Float it left side, coming back to the football. He's going to end up losing 2 yards in the process, is Shakir. Good tackle there, Nick Needham for the Dolphins. Second and 12 now, up the middle. Cook, he's in trouble, spins, now he'll try the left side. It was a whole lot of work for 2 yards. Sets up 3rd and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage. Rips to the right side. Over the middle. And Knox will have it, but he's going to be short. That's going to set up a potentially long field goal here for Madden. Let's see if they do it for the Bills. Nope. Only for us.
Yeah.
A little bobbled snap, and it's blocked, and he got decked, and it's going to be picked up, and he's going to run in Andrew Van Ginkel. 15-10-5, house call. Dolphins adding a special teams touchdown to their defensive touchdown, and now going for 2. And 2 is going to get sacked.
Wow.
Hey, George, welcome in.
You don't see a lot of blocked kicks here in Madden, but that one was fun. There's something about those midfield special teams plays.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They're like, all right, let's give the worst possible outcome. Either we're going to line up for a punt and fake it, and it's not going to work, or we're going to line up for a stupid long field goal and miss it and give great field position to the other team, or we're going to actually do the sensible thing and punt it, but it's going to get blocked and run back for a touchdown. It's like, what is with that play? Like, that part of the field, special teams, is an absolute flop, and it just has, it's like, it's, for whatever reason, like, the game management and special teams execution in that particular, it's like the Bermuda Triangle on the football field, like, it just, nothing works there.
2nd and 9 here for Allen. Still in the zone since it wasn't his turnover. Right side, and he's going to be hit as he threw, and that made it go way out of bounds. I don't know, Wendell, but that would be nice. And no, Nathan, they are not having a good day at all now. Have given up touchdowns on the offensive side, the defensive side, and the special teams side. Tipped. Oh, Diggs almost had it.
Oh, Diggs
he would have walked in for a 74-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Diggs doesn't drop that. That's ridiculous. That was such a softball. It was a complete layup, as he had the easy tip. Now, the great defensive play, he can't always control where the ball ends up after making a play on it. Yeah, he couldn't quite pick it, but he managed to get his hand on it. Softball of a layup for Diggs, and then how does he not catch that? Come on now.
Ridiculous is what it is. Here's a little slant across the middle. Croft, the tight end, passing the 50 to the 46. Tua now up to 119 yards on 15 of 19. But again, he's got the 26-7 lead. Again, a defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown for him in this game, and a couple of field goals. He's only had to put the ball in the end zone once.
So, Wendell, the Bills are 5-3 currently, and they're one of those odd teams that they always sim great when we're not watching them, but as soon as we start watching them, they're terrible.
Fired at left side. Tyreek Hill goes up high for it, makes the catch at the 21-yard line.
And we don't know what it is. Something about it, and probably it's honestly it's probably Josh Allen and whatever's baked into his code, that when he's in sim mode, man, he sucks. But when he's not in sim mode, he's great.
We'll dump off to Mostert, quickly chased down by Matt Milano. 2nd and 4, but they're up to the 15. And again, these Bills fans desperate for a turnover or something here now.
Yeah,
it's about to get out of control.
Yeah, no doubt, and agree with you there, Nathan. That's so unrealistic. There's no NFL receiver worth his salt playing in the game that drops that ball. That was such an easy tip. And Madden, I mean, I mean, I don't know why it makes it so hard to catch some of those, because we've seen so many times little easy little pop-ups like that. It's like, I mean, my daughter could catch that. She's 10. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Swing it to A-Chain left side, and the Cavalry gets there, led by Greg Rousseau. 3rd and 7 here. Holding them to 3 is very important.
So true, George. So true. Saying that we've got a list of issues longer than a CBS receipt.
They try to hand this one off. They fool nobody. They'll actually lose 3 yards. Try to draw on 3rd and 7. Rousseau, the first one to get back there, and now Jason Sanders in for his 3rd kick of the day. Make it a nice clean 29-7. More scoregami, perhaps. We have had a lot in the last couple weeks with some weird scores.
We sure have.
5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody being on with us here this afternoon. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. We'll wrap up week 10 here this weekend, and then next week get into week 11. Made the executive decision to try coach mode again for the Browns. Again, it completely eliminates a very big part of what Deshaun Watson does, which is move in the pocket, but at least he won't have any terrible spin picks or 20 yards running backwards sacks. He'll get sacked a lot, but it'll be like -5 yards.
Right. Now,
so we'll see what it looks like.
If we're going to have a true scoregami, though, I think we're going to need 2 safeties here for the Bills. I think that's where we're
a nice 29-11. That gets it done for sure.
I think that'll get it done.
Allen going to be sacked once again. That's Phillips that got there that time. Jalen Phillips, former Miami Hurricane, staying here in Miami to play his professional ball. And Watson on default. Allen throws it away. And another punt upcoming. Sam Martin going to need a first one into the cold tub after this game. This one's going to be taken by Tyreek at his own 45, and he'll be ripped to the ground. Oh, broke the first tackle. Lucky to get past that first one. Held him up for a long time.
Yeah, it'll be a race between him and Josh Allen. Josh Allen, not because he's been overly taxed, just because poor guy is taking a beating out there and not looking like himself.
Right to the right side. That's the rookie Dorian Williams, linebacker out of Tulane, that gets home and rips him to the ground. Turn around again, give it to the running back Mostert, and he'll run into Jordan Poyer. 2-yard gain, sets up a 3rd and 8. Under 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tua back to pass, pressure coming from Miller, right side, caught in space by Chosen, and he's got it to the 36. How was that not knocked down?
I don't know. That was interesting, to be sure. I thought the defense had. I thought that might have been a pick for a moment, but he did squeak it through. I was just actually about to mention this one again. Another off-platform throw from Tua, but barely squeaks it in. So got it done, I guess, but it certainly the storyline here has certainly not been Miami's offense. It's been the special teams. It's been the defense, and Miami's offense has kind of just been ho hum doing enough.
Scored 7 points.
Yeah, they've been kind of whatever. I mean, it's a tied ball game if you're looking at just offenses here.
Tua again, and now they're running the football. Mostert left side near the first down, which is where Hyde brings them to the ground. 3rd and 2. 13 carries, just 39 yards, but they've been effective enough to move the chains and keep the defense off the field. Now right side Mostert. He's got, Wilson this time. I keep thinking it's Mostert, but I forget Jeff Wilson's technically the power back. And he's got 3 carries for 20 yards, nicely to the 15 and another first down. Bills defense starting to get pretty tired now. Haven't been able to sustain a lot of drives. Tua again up the middle. The rookie A-Chain out of Texas A&M picks up 5 more. He's got 9 carries. So none of the running backs particularly great. I guess Wilson's 3 for 20. That's pretty good average. But again, they're handing the ball off enough to keep Buffalo honest. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. And we've made it to the 4th quarter here. It has been all Miami in all 3 phases again. They've got 1 offensive touchdown 1 defensive touchdown, 1 special teams touchdown, and then 3 field goals. On top of that, they also missed a 2-point conversion, which is how we've made it to 29. Now spinning and rolling, and Rousseau and Miller going to go halvesies on this one all the way back to the 24-yard line for the 4th sack of the day for the Bills defense. McDermott with a little golf clap for his mates here. They really got to get a stop. If they want a chance, they got to get a stop here. Now A-Chain right side, and Matt Milano takes him to the ground. Of course, Milano got paid, and they have invested in him as their linebacker and letting Tremaine Edmonds go. And Edmonds now in Chicago getting paid to play there. Yeah, I know that's a Jonathan. That's been a more of a recurring theme. I mean, everybody's remembering the 4 touchdown game that he had against the Chiefs, but there are people saying that Gabe Davis is not a real wide receiver number 2, and that hinders them. And you're saying that the weapons outside of Stephon are average. Well, I mean, Dawson Knox is a little above average, but
yeah. I know Gabe Davis certainly last season underwhelmed. I mean, the season before, yes, he kind of had a breakout year, looked really good. Really good, especially late in the stretch.
Yeah, that was his rookie season.
Yeah, that in his rookie season he was looking great, but then kind of had that sophomore slump where he just didn't. Really didn't play the way folks expected him to in 2022. So it'll be interesting to see what he does in 2023. Because I mean, obviously the talent is there. He wouldn't have had the rookie season if he didn't have it. But can he put it all together and kind of overcome the sophomore slump? Some guys do, some guys don't. But if he does, I think he is a legitimate number 2. Nice diving pick there. Ooh. Defense stepping up again.
The hat trick for Howard. Xavier Howard now with 3 interceptions in the game, and he came flying in out of nowhere right in front of the aforementioned Gabe Davis. So
yeah, that one
Davis
is actually,
will want to forget this one.
That one actually was for once not on Josh Allen. I don't think that one just a better play by Xavier Howard, making an athletic dive to manage to get out in front of it. I'm not sure how he managed it, but he did.
Yep. 5 turnovers now for the Bills, and again, that is a pretty quick way to not win a lot of football games, which is why we're going to go back to coach mode again, because it's hard to overcome 3, 4, 5, 6 turnovers, which all of a sudden the Browns have started to do.
Yeah, and for those wondering about why we're not sitting here in coach mode for Miami or a couple, Buffalo, number of things, any of these teams. First of all, to run coach mode effectively, efficiently, you really need to know the team forward and backwards in terms of tendencies, because you're calling the plays for them, right?
Yep.
That's why we don't tweak anybody else's, playbooks or any of the other things that we do with the Browns, just because we know the Browns better than anybody else. We know what to expect. We know tendencies for when they go for it on 4th down. We know all these kinds of things that you kind of have to be down in the weeds on to be able to run an effective coach mode to make it look realistic, which is why we don't do it with these other teams. Plus, the other downside of trying to run coach mode is you only get to do it with one of the 2 teams on the field. So we couldn't run it for both sides. We couldn't be like, swap and call plays for this team, and then so it wouldn't be even that way either.
Equitable that way either.
Yeah, so we can only really do it for the one team. So we elect to do it for the Browns just because we're so frustrated with how the Browns are getting absolutely maligned by the gross brokenness of men right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trust me, if I had the ability to take out every team's screen passes, I would.
Right.
Because they don't work.
No, they sure don't.
3rd and 22 now for Tua, but the clock keeps a running now. Be under 10 at the end of this play. They'll pop pass again to Robbie Chosen, and he's going to get no yards like he did the first time he tried that play. 4th and 22, still in field goal range. Jason Sanders in for... nope, they're going to punt this one unless they fake it. This would be a little long. Instead, they're actually going to
What?
Coffin corner.
What? A coffin corner from the part of the field that always goes wrong? I don't know how this is a thing. How did that happen?
I know.
It's like, this is the exception to the rule. That's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely it is.
That is what you're supposed to do, right there.
All right, Josh Allen's got his head down coming out on the field. It's been a tough day for him. I think it's been all Dolphins, and unfortunately he's been a big part of it. 3 interceptions on his own. A fumble that was returned for a touchdown, and then a blocked punt that was returned for a touchdown as well. Actually, the fumble was not returned for a touchdown, but it set up their only offensive touchdown. One of Howard's 3 picks was a pick 6 now. Fake the draw to Cook, fired over the middle in rhythm, first down. And that's our first real look at Deontay Hardy, again coming over from New Orleans to be that sort of upgrade to Cole Beasley, because I really feel like they lost. I mean, maybe that's the biggest reason Davis didn't succeed, is he didn't have Cole Beasley next to him in the slot.
Yeah.
Taking away a lot of the traffic for him, and he became the second option, and all of a sudden not the third or the fourth option, and it got a little tougher for him.
Yep.
3rd and 3, and then they did re-sign. I think they re-signed Beasley like really late last season, but he was, not in good shape. Dangerous throw again. Hardy's got the first down to the 37. Couple of first downs in a row. First time we've seen that really for the Bills most of the game. Karen, it's usually like
August, like mid-August,
yeah.
Mid to late August. Hold on, I'll see if they've got a release date out.
I'm sure the release date has been published. First catch for the rookie Dalton Kincaid. Rolling to the right
18th.
now, firing back to the left, and there's the number 4 pick, and Ramsey finally gets his. After dropping 2 earlier, Jalen Ramsey picks up his interception, and there is now 4 picks for Josh Allen today. He is having a tough one. 6:27 to go.
So
game of the week, not playing out the way we thought it would here.
So Karen, the answer to your question is we have 40 days of pain.
Which should be just enough time to finish this season, get the playoffs done. Probably not today, Jonathan. Like you said, we're trying to those exact same 40 days that Kit just referenced. We're trying to milk this sim to last that long. So we're about halfway through our season, and we of course then have the playoffs as well. So we hope the Browns are in the playoffs. It always makes it more fun, and our viewership always goes way up when the Browns are in the playoffs, as Mostert has a nice gain to the left side and a first down.
No, if they keep on their current trajectory, I think that's a long shot at best. They've got to figure some things out. I thought they had started to figure some things out, but this last game certainly makes me a bit worried. But we'll see what we can do with some coach mode if maybe we can get them to settle down a bit and play more like we hope they actually will.
Indeed. Yep, Jonathan, pretty close. I think the Vets show up on the 21st, and then they fly to the Greenbrier. Yep. They'll start on the 22nd down there.
Yeah, a little extra early Browns action for the fan base this year with the Hall of Fame game. Very excited about that.
Yeah, the DTR Bowl. Mm-hmm. One can only assume. Tua now rolling, and Von Miller will get home and sack him back. Bills defense has gotten after Tua a decent amount. Here's this number 6, I think, for Jason Sanders. It'll take us right back to 35. It'll be a very nice 35-7 score.
Yes, you would never have predicted how they got to 35 points. Not accurately.
3 touchdowns and a mess load of field goals.
And a missed 2-point conversion.
Which makes it feel like 7 field goals. That's where your other 21 comes from. All right. Naheem Himes up to the 25. 2:07 on the clock. This one is over. But we do appreciate you being on with us. Wendell. 1,050 something.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're at.
Less than 1,060, more than 1,050.
58.
Oh, very close to 1,060. Nice.
1,058 as of this very moment, which is very exciting. We do appreciate that very much.
Yes, we do.
2nd and 5. Left side, picked again by Jalen Ramsey. Oh no, it's Howard who was shifted up to the field side. His 4th pick of the day.
Oh,
yikes.
My.
Another diving pick, and the receiver just stands there and waits for it to come to him. 7 turnovers. How many times has a team been +7 in the turnover?
Well, we've
I
seen
wonder what the NFL record for turnover margin
Yeah,
is.
we've seen the Browns with the 6 picks just recently, so that part at least seems very familiar, and looks like that's how Josh will end this one. So the comparisons that we've drawn already between Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson certainly seem to be panning out here in this one as a very similar performance for him as the one we saw just 2 weeks ago for the Browns.
Well, the Browns had 10 turnovers in a game in 1981. I'm trying to look up what the single...
That's a lot. That's ugly.
2010 Patriots were +28 for the season, but that's not...
That's the season.
Obviously the same game. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the game. It's over. Sorry it did not live up to the billing that it could have and should have. Hopefully tomorrow, the NFC game of the week, will be a little bit more exciting again as we continue. And it does feel, whether or not they do it on purpose or just their updates get less and less, but it certainly feels like they start to neglect the game the closer and closer to the new one coming out, which I'm sure they do on purpose to get you to go out and buy essentially the same game with a couple of new players in it. So
yeah, it feels like, honestly, it feels like phone throttling. That's what it feels like.
It does.
A very similar feel to that, where it's like, let's force everybody into the new version, and There we go. So unfortunately, that's, like we mentioned on the channel, that's absolute worst case for us, because this is our prime time, best time for Browns football when there isn't really Browns football.
Correct.
So great for Nagy on Sports, and we get to predict what's, get the chance at the rosters and our most important season, if you will, for what we're trying to do. So very frustrating that it always affects us this way. And this year seems to be so much worse than any other. I don't know why this year has been quite that way, but you were talking about not living up to the billing. Really hard to live up to the billing when the Bills don't actually show up to the game.
Yep. Josh Allen, 26 of 44, 298, 1 touchdown, 5 interceptions. James Cook, 7 for 24. The new running back, Damian Harris, just 4 for 4 and the fumble. Josh Allen had 2 carries for 8 yards. Dawson Knox, your leader today, 7 for 99. Shakir with 5. Davis with 4 and a drop. Hardy with 3. Damian Harris with 3. How about, I don't even see Stephon Diggs on this list. There was this 1 catch, 22 yards, and the touchdown was all he was able to muster. Matt Milano, he went to Boston College, you liar. You say he went to Penn State. Mason, thank you for that. Appreciate that, brother. I thought you said he went to Penn State. Anyway, Matt Milano, Madden thinks he went to Boston College. He had 18 tackles. Micah Hyde with 10. Dorian Williams with 10. Greg Russo with 10 as well. Sacks today for the Bills, 2.5 for Von Miller, 1 for Oliver, 1 for Milano, and a half for Rousseau. And they didn't have a single turnover to their name.
Yep.
Dolphins.
Played his entire collegiate career in Boston College.
Well, there you go. Near Penn State, but not the same. 24-28, 188. Didn't have to do much, did Tua, thanks to the rest of his team. Mostert was pretty solid, 19 for 68. The rookie A-Chain, 13 for 38. 5 for 26 for Jeff Wilson. Through the air, Tyler Kroft, 6 for 46, 6 for A-Chain, 5 for Robbie Chosen, just 3 for Hill and 2 for Waddle. Waddle did get into the end zone in this one. Defensively speaking, their nickel corner, the rookie Cam Smith, first-round pick out of South Carolina with 9 tackles. Jerome Baker, go Bucks, with 9. Safety out of Oregon, Javon Holland, with 8 as well. Agua with 2.5 sacks, 1 for Phillips, 1 for Bradley Chubb, and then a half for that rookie Cam Smith. How about Xavier Howard today? 4 picks, and one of them got into the end zone, 1 for Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey probably should have had more than 1 pick as well.
Yeah, he should have. Agba also on that fumble recover too.
Correct, which set up the touchdown.
Yep.
Guys, really appreciate you being on. Again, sorry this one has not lived up to the billing. All we can do is get it started and see what happens. So one of these days we'll get a good game again. It feels like it's been longer and longer since we have had a good game. As you can see there, the rest of the games happening in week number 10. By far and away, the biggest vote getter for the NFC is that Panthers at Cowboys game. So Kit and I'll try to bring that one to you tomorrow. And then we will turn the page. The Browns head to Mile High to take on Russell Wilson and the Broncos. So we'll probably get that one to you Monday or Tuesday of this week. Really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Enjoy the day, guys. Today we will say go Dolphins at 7-3 now. And as always, go
Browns!